Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Graves, and this is the World According to Graves. Um, I have had a lot of ideas to do, the show on, but everybody out there's talking about the same thing I was considering, so I threw that away. All I got to say about it, about what I was gonna comment on, was Democrats, are you stupid? Um, you're doing public hearings, which are even more ridiculous than your secret hearings you're trying to pull. Uh, it's turned into Monty Python meets the Senate or Congress or whatever is listening into this mess nowadays. I know I'm not going to anymore. I'm going to let things develop before I report on this because I don't want to leave you guys out of the hilarity, okay? So instead, we're going to talk about a little something else. Mike, no movie for you today. A little spitch from the mystery cup. No, I don't have any Pepsi products right now. If you can guess what's in this, no, it's not vodka. I don't drink that crap. If you can guess what's in this, you win a lifetime supply of, get this, air. All the air you can breathe. Yes. So leave your votes of what this is, and I'll tell you who's right. Burpity. Anyway, since everybody's talking about how scandalous Trump is, let me get this light straight. I don't want to look like a zombie. Since everybody's talking about how scandalous Trump is, let's talk about some real scandals, shall we? I have a list of, oh my God, several pages of Democrats who had very scandalous times during their political careers. So let's talk about a few, shall we? Let's talk about number one, creepy Joe Biden. Yes, touching and sniffing women and little girls. Doddering, not even knowing what city or state he's in. Um, he's also, there is a video that I have. Somebody has attached to one of my videos here, and it's on YouTube. You can find it. It's very easy to find. Of him bragging about his quid pro quo with the Ukrainian leaders, to save his son from investigations of Burisma for corruption. That's what they're blaming Trump for. But Biden got away with it under the Obama administration scot free. He bragged about it like a drunk in a bar. So, yeah, next time all you people want to sit around and talk about how Trump did this, Trump did that, won't you look at yourselves? Look at what Biden did. Biden has made comments about how him and the Obama administration were totally scandal free. Next week we're doing a show on that. Yeah. Number two, Governor Ralph Northam, Democrat for Virginia. His medical school yearbook showed him and another individual dressed in blackface and a KKK uniform. Explain that, please. Explain that. Twist that away. Explain that. Make it sound like it's not his fault that it's okay for him to do that, because it seems if a Republican would have done that, oh my God, all hell would have broke loose. They'd be called all kinds of racist and Nazi and everything else. But you guys can do shit like that and get away with it. Yeah. Let's talk about Justin Fairfax, Democrat for Virginia. Northam's lieutenant governor, of all people, go figure, is still facing allegations of sexual assault by multiple women. Yeah, you threw a fit about Kavanaugh. The fake things about Kavanaugh. How women should be listened to. You should pay attention to what women say. Why aren't you paying attention about that? Why not? What's the problem? Number four, Gary Stubbs, Democrat from Massachusetts. Censored by the House of Representatives in 1983, but still was reelected 6 more times till he retired in 1997. Yeah, makes me wonder where you people find your morality at. Number five, this is a good one. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Democrat, Florida. She resigned her post as head of the DNC when it was revealed she favored Hillary Clinton over Bernie Sanders for the party's nomination in 2016. She pulled some very interesting trickies with that, didn't she? I don't see you guys mentioning her. But she remains in Congress today despite one of her IT staffers, Imran Awan, I hope that I spelled it right, pronounced it right, remained under her employ despite being under federal investigation for equipment and data theft in the House IT network. In fact, she also stonewalled the investigation and tried to get it shut down. Why haven't you guys said anything about that? Now, a lot of people are saying, well, what about itis as a Republican illness? Got news. I'm not Republican. Go figure on that one, huh? I'm just showing you guys what's going on. I'm going to point every damn finger I got at every one of you, especially this one. Mel Reynolds, Democrat of Illinois. In 1994, a year and a half after taking office, he was indicted for sexual assault, criminal sexual abuse after having a sexual relationship with an underage campaign staffer, and then soliciting pornographic pictures of this underage girl. Yeah, you guys are really good at being moral, aren't you? I don't want to hear any more about how it's moral to do this, it's moral to do that, it's moral to do the other, because I don't believe if you're a politician, you have any reason or any kind of whereabout to claim how moral something is. Number 7, Jesse Jackson Jr., Democrat of Illinois, was involved in the selling of Obama's Senate seat. Yes, along with Blagojevich or whatever his name was. But it seems Jesse Jackson kind of got away with it. He ended up being put into a mental institution due to his bipolar disorder. He never showed up on the campaign trail. Excuse me. Talking about this makes me want to vomit. And still got reelected. Yeah. You guys are really wonderful people. You know how to... You can really tell a person's character, can't you? Number 8. William J. Jefferson, Democrat of Louisiana. I have friends in Louisiana. A very good friend of mine, Tina Anderson. Tina, hello. Shout out to you. Or is it Andrews? It's Andrews. I'm sorry, Anderson Andrews. Look, after 6 concussions in the wrestling ring, you're lucky I remember my name. Okay? William J. Jefferson, Democrat of Louisiana, in 2005 was caught in a corruption scandal that resulted in the FBI raiding his offices, his political offices and home. $90,000 in cash was found in his freezer. That's cold hard cash, folks. Despite the ongoing investigation, he's reelected in 2008. In 2007, he was indicted on 2008. In 2007, he was indicted on 16 felony corruption charges. In 2008, he narrowly lost when he was sentenced to 13 years in prison. Yes, that's quite interesting. Alcee Hastings, Democrat of Florida. This is good. Former federal judge who accepted a $150,000 bribe. He was impeached for bribery and perjury and went on to be a Democrat congressman. Do we see a pattern here, people? Do we see a pattern here about politicians? In 2014, he was notorious for nepotism and was accused of sexual harassment. I'm seeing a pattern. Also, he was voted by the Foundation and Civic Trust to be one of the 2014's top 5 worst ethics violators. Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern. Charlie Rangel. Good old Charlie. Democrat, New York. He was one of the most corrupt Democrats, but came from such a blue district. He never saw any contempt from any of his constituents. I mean, the guy was winning 80 to 95% of the votes in his district. All because there were stone-cold Democrats who didn't pay attention to what's going on and wouldn't listen to what's going on. All they knew is what they were told by their masters at CNN and MSNBC, CBS and NBC. You know, I mean, MSNBC and CNN have both publicly said that they're not the job of reporting the news. They're in the job. Their job is to tell you what to think. And then CNN turns around and says, well, we're not news, we're entertainment. It's funny how they get away with things just by saying little, claiming minor semantic bullshit. He repeatedly failed to disclose hundreds of thousands of dollars in income, including a villa on the Dominican Republic. In the Dominican Republic, he also owned several rent-controlled apartment buildings, which he was caught by the code, caught in several code violations that he never corrected. Period. He was also caught improperly using one as a campaign office. In 2010, he was found guilty and censored for 11 counts of House ethics rules violations. He still remained in office till 2017 when he decided not to run anymore. Yeah, okay. Barney Frank, the poor man's Elmer Fudd. I hated this guy. In the mid-1980s, Barney Frank hired a male prostitute named Steve Golby, who stayed at Barney's home while running a prostitution service from the same home. Now, Frank claimed he didn't know what was going on at the time in his own home, but he still illegally paid for sex and used his position to fix tickets and adjust for Golby and influence the requirements for his probation. Yeah. Somebody somewhere had a boyfriend. Yeah. A lot of sexual activity with Democrats, I'll tell you that. There were attempts to censure and expel Barney Frank from Congress, and they all failed. Somehow, they all failed. And he was repeatedly reelected till his retirement in 2013. Interesting, if you ask me. Keith Ellison, Democrat for Minnesota. In 2018, Ellison was elected Attorney General of Minnesota despite the multiple allegations of domestic violence by his ex-girlfriend. There were medical records to prove, to support her claims. Doctors even testified. There was even a corroborating witness, his ex-girlfriend's son, who initially publicized all of this on Facebook. Yeah. Number 13, Bob Menendez, Democrat of New Jersey. In 2012, he was accused of having sex with underage prostitutes in the Dominican Republic. A lot of sex happening with the Democrats, isn't there? It's like they don't know anything different. In 2015, Menendez was indicted on corruption charges. His trial somehow ended in a mistrial. He was reelected for another 6-year term in 2018. Yeah. And you guys want to ignore scandals. I got one last one here before my hand decided to cramp up because there are so many of these bastards out there. Ted Kennedy, Democrat of Massachusetts. Ted Kennedy killed a woman, left the scene, and somehow got out of it. He was responsible for the death of a woman and leaving the scene and trying to cover it up. Was found out. Nothing ever happened to him. Nothing. You see, there's two different kinds of laws. Laws we gotta go by, and the laws that they have to go by. And the laws they have to go by are zero. Right now, I'm sitting here watching this impeachment proceedings. I'm seeing so much that's illegal that's not funny. An impeachment proceeding, what is going on right now is an indictment for an impeachment. And so far, there has been no discovery for the Republicans. They're wanting to talk to the whistleblower, who is a material witness, and they do have the right to ask him questions, but they won't do. The Democrats won't allow that to happen. Adam Schiff is calling the shots. Now, Adam Schiff, everything he's been involved in has imploded on him. I mean, the whole thing with the Mueller investigation, where he said he had all this evidence, and this is very damning, and it will cause the end of Trump's presidency. Where's the evidence? What evidence did you have? Evidently, it wasn't good enough to bring forward, was it? Now he's pulling this whole thing about the impeachment. They're blaming Trump for things that Biden did. Biden bragged about this on TV. It's on YouTube. You can find it easy. I posted it. I didn't post it. Somebody else posted it because I couldn't get it to work right. I ended up posting it on the on my video, and it's funny that a Democrat can do whatever they want to do and get away with it, and somehow a Republican gets blamed for a lot of it. Obama right now, we're going to talk about him next week. Believe me, we're going to talk about all the scandals in his administration and the things he did and said. But right now, I'm watching the whole thing, the public hearings. I've been watching them, and it's Monty Python meets the government. It's hilarious. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this is prime entertainment. It doesn't get any better than this. And I got to say to Democrats out there, I'm not saying all of this because I'm a Republican, because like I said earlier, I'm not a Republican. I'm not any party whatsoever. I'm one of these people who likes to think for myself. I don't need news services and a political party to tell me what to think. The secret hearings in the basement that nobody was allowed to see, that was something out of Nazi Germany. The hearings that are going on now, them saying, well, you can't ask this, you can't ask the other. Just write down your questions and we'll decide if we want them to be asked or not. It's kind of funny how that's going on. And you want to call us Nazis. So we're going to sit back, we're going to watch what happens. And then I'm going to tell you my take of the whole matter, whether Trump gets impeached or not. Honestly, I don't believe this. He's going to be. I believe these impeachment proceedings should be called the unimpeachment proceedings because he's done nothing. Now, you're going to sit here, you're going to point out all this shit, this, that, and the other. He did this, he did that, he did the other. Well, I'll tell you what has he done that's as bad as half of these politicians I made mention of? And you guys won't say anything to them. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to call it an even. I'm going to call today, short. I got my message across. I got a lot. I still have to do. The holidays are coming up. I'm trying to do 2 a week. It seems I'm doing 1 a week because my time is so limited at the moment. But anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. We are going to talk about Barack Obama and the things that he did in his administration that were very scandalous. The things that the media doesn't want you to know and that Democrats don't want you to know. In fact, I'm probably going to piss off friends who are Democrats doing this. But I'm not somebody who's going to hide the truth from anyone. You guys take care of yourselves. I'll catch you next time. Talk hard, and Epstein didn't kill himself. Later, all.